this is how the White House has responded. You have no conscience. You really don't. You know, it's so incremental. Just these it's like you take one thing away that's incredibly offensive, and you just replace it with something else, and then you're always thinking of other things that you want to be able to do. You know, you have just you know, respect human beings, right? Respect human beings. Have respect for other human beings and the fact that they have the right to live their lives, and that you don't have the right to be constantly threatening people, right? And trying to take their rights away from them. Right? I mean, this, and then there's this. I mean, this, you know, is. I realize. I'm trying not to be sarcastic. I'm really trying not to be sarcastic. You know, but it just makes me so. It makes me so angry. It really makes me angry. I don't. You know. I mean, this serves the dual purpose of talking about, you know, the 6 sadistic illegal videos of me and those watch ads that Leonardo DiCaprio and then a number of other celebrities started doing in 2010 that showed him holding a watch with his fist. You know, in the shape of a fist. So it's. I mean, and in fact, you can see. The kind of sums up everything about the conglomerate, right? As far as this treatment of women is concerned, right? I mean, if there are people who have thought that there's something like sensual or interesting about the fact that I have cameras like in my apartment, that there are cameras in other places where I was supposed to have privacy, right? Understand that I don't experience it that way, right? But the point about male dominance is that it doesn't matter how I feel. That I don't have control over my life, and what I'm supposed to be is entirely objectified. I'm never supposed to be the protagonist of my own life, right? And that the proper role for women is to be objects who are observed by men, and that any sort of feeling we have is something that's supposed to be either created by them, created by them or approved by them. Certainly, I am only supposed to have the feelings that are approved by men, and other people who are willing to be a part of male dominance, you know, male dominated system. And I'm only supposed to have them like to the degree that to the approved degree, and not less and not more, right? And it's just, you know, this is certainly a relevant concept. In fact, was one I had never heard of before I had to start dealing with the conglomerate. It was this year, well, and it was actually a couple of years before I had even heard of this. It was this year I heard about this. You know, the idea that women are meant to be objectified by men. And here, I don't even have to read a caption for that. The idea is that the women are just a bunch of parts. They're just a bunch of parts, and that's all there is to it. Right. And if you, and I don't agree with how everyone interprets, you know, these types of concepts or what they do about them. But I mean, the idea is certainly here. It's something that people have written about, talked about, that sort of thing. You know, I think you start with the idea that men are always the subjects and women are always the objects, right? A total objectification of women. Then there's also, and you can see that right in how they've used this one word here. You can see that, you know, women are only supposed to be objects, and if they try to, and if they step out of that role of being, you know, objects to be looked at by men, or just simply totally invisible as far as what they want for themselves, or things that they have to say, or things that they think, then they will be beaten down. That's what they're saying. That's what they've been saying the entire time.